Hey everybody, my name is Willy and I'm from Denmark. I have a 3D printer in quite a while now. I think it's a little over a year. I have made a lot of changes on my printer and a lot of changes will come. What kind of printer does I have? I have Ultimaker Clone CL260 and I love the printer. I love the fact that I can change things on my printer as I wanted to. I have made a lot of changes to where it is now, and I have a big change coming up. So let's start to see what I have made of changes. One of the first changes there was to change the micro switch to ER. Infrared changes switch like this one, and it was the best thing I have done at that time. The next thing was the rods on the belt holder, where the rod sits here. The rod always jump out, so first I take a zip tie and that hold not a shit for to be quite honest. So I have draw a new one, and it is on Thingiverse now and can be found there. It seems like this. It's printed in PLA in my but I also have tried to print them in PTG, and it works good. It's sitting there. On my printer is another version of it, but this is the final one that will come on my printer. What have I else done to my printer? Yeah, I have done a lot of things, and if you see my printer now, I take a little view on it. You can see there is a lot of changes from original clone. Normally the rods and the axis on the clone was in the back side of the printer, and that was also one of the things that was then when I bought it first. But when you have a big printing, then the heat bed was hanging down in the front, and there was a lot of wobbling and unprecise printing. So all in all, I find out that I will try to have 2 rods more and an axle more, as I have now. Here you can see the original, and here is the new parts. That was okay, no problem there. But when your sled goes out, then you have a problem. So in my view, that was bad. So I have found a new solution for it. But it does so right now that I have 20 millimeters on each side's less printing area. So from 220, so you can make your own calculation. The small size in the white, but in the in the X side there's 40 millimeters in each, in total less, but in Y there I have the whole spectrum from 220. So I also have bought a spring to my X, and that was also a very good thing to buy and mount on my printer. And I also buy another thing. And if you have a printer where you normally use those mounting there is from the factory, then you will have noticed that your printer is very unstable. So I bought those corners in China. I cannot remember how many bucks it is, but they are cheap, around $8 I think, for 8 pieces. And they have done that. This mounting is 5mm higher in the top and 5mm in the bottom, and now it's stable. Now I can nearly run full pull on my printer and it's not shaking anywhere or jumping down from the table. Another thing, when you buy those, you have to change the height from here. Now it's 20mm, and 10mm. It should be 20 because you have 5mm more at the top and 5mm more at the bottom. You could say okay, and then I do only 5, but it's up to you what you want to do. I have to change those to 20mm, so it works very well. So all in all, another thing I have bought was a knockoff of BL Touch. I have made a Danish video on it, where you can see some measuring on my table, and you will find out that the knockoff version is so bad in testing, and with the original BL Touch, what is sitting on right now, is okay. So I can recommend to buy original. Those few bucks more you save, they is not the time worth of your troubles. So and if you have buy a knockoff and you say, oh, I know the problems, then buy original. Don't think about to change all the cables and stuff, because there is a little connector. You can change it. I think you can see the little white one in there. You can change it in 5 minutes, and that's it all. Then you have the original BL Touch and it works so nice. So now you have seen some of my updates on my printer. Another update will be that it will be, I think, 10 centimeters higher, and all the carriage or the rods will get up here to move around, so I don't have to jump into the rods in the Z-axis, so Y and X can move free around on my printer. So that will be in the next video, where you see I have made those changes, and I hope you will enjoy them. So right now I could have used all my money to buy a expensive one, I think, but I enjoy to make those changes, and I enjoy to build and see what it goes with my printer. So all in all, from a cheap model from China to a half expensive one, I'm very glad to see the quality of the printer now, where I have 4 rods in my set, and I have made the changes on the rod holders on X and Y. So all in all, if you can use my video, thumbs up, and go to my Thingiverse, and you are free to take any files from there to use on your printer. And give me a comment what you think about my videos or the things I have done with my printer. And if you have any changes on your printer that you think that I could use on my. I like to hear it. Thanks for now. Wheelie Denmark, over and out.